What's going on, YouTube? Let me get in frame here. Outdoors with Tim. We're in the gun room this afternoon. Wanted to bring you guys along and show you just the 3 simple, basic trail cameras that I use to put in the woods. And I'll tell you about my methods on why I use them and when I use them and when I don't use them. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring y'all a little bit closer to the gun table here. And we'll get a close-up of the 3 cameras that I use, and I'll explain to you exactly what it is that I set them on and how I use them. So y'all come on, let's go to the gun table. All right, guys, we're here at the gun table. Nothing fancy, just a few items that I wanted to show you and tell you a little bit about them. First of all, I want to start off, get you a good card reader. If you can get you one of these Wild Game Innovation card readers, you can pick them up at local Walmart or even a sporting goods store. You can do really well with these items here. They're not very expensive and they work great, especially for keeping in your hunting pack and using in the field, guys. I'm not sure if you've ever checked them out, but this is how they open up on the side. Just take a few batteries, memory card, you slide in from the side as well. Also, another item to have is one of these SD card holders. It holds 8 of them, and it's great. As you can see, I have one of the cards in here where you can actually insert the mini SD card, because I do have use for that at times. And then there's an older 2 GB card that actually I use as a backup if I happen to lose a card or just need an extra one. The basic card that I do use is, of course, is the SanDisk. It seems to be the better card for any trail camera. I've never had an issue with them freezing up or not recording any photos or video. This is a 16 gigabyte SanDisk SD card. This is the normal size SD card, nothing fancy about that. I'll tell you, I buy trail cameras when I see good deals. So let me just go ahead and tell you about the this is the Gamekeeper. Sorry about the shadow, guys. But this is the Gamekeeper trail camera. Very nice, well-made camera. Let me get it open here. Very nice, well-made. And, of course, you can turn it on. It'll probably say there's no SD card in it. Or should go to setup. There we go, setup. If you can see that or not. There it goes. And then you can go to menu and hit all your options, but I don't have an SD card in there. So what I can do is find my SD card here, and we'll go ahead and put that in on the side over here. Sorry about the lighting, guys. It is not very good lighting in the gun room unless I turn on the work light, and it wouldn't do any good to turn the work light on because it's on the opposite side. So anyway, as you can see, SD card's pretty explanatory where it goes. But turn it over to setup, of course, and then it won't say that there's no SD card. It'll say actually that there is an SD card. So, but and then of course you just follow the instructions when it comes to setting up a trail camera. So this is the Gamekeeper trail camera. Very nice camera, very waterproof, weatherproof, all that good stuff. And it has the spot for cable locks in the back. Also a strap that goes through it, which I have. I just don't have it on there for right now. And I think that camera retails for about $149. I actually found a great deal on it for, I think it was like right at $99. So the best time to jump on a good deal is when you see one. So there you go. These are the lesser inexpensive Wild Game Innovation trail cameras. I'm not sure if this is the Mirage. I don't remember, but pretty simple. SD card in the bottom. You know, the power. Let's see. There you go. It's pretty much pretty simple. Of course, it says no SD card because I don't have one in this one. You can turn it off. It takes, I believe, 8 AA batteries along with the Gamekeeper as well. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that. The Gamekeeper is an excellent camera. It doesn't eat batteries. It works on just about any kind of battery you can put in it, and especially the Wild Game Innovation cameras. They're the same way. They work on just about any battery you put in it. And like I said, I run the 16 gigabyte SanDisk SD cards in this camera as well. And this is another Wild Game Innovation camera. And I have no complaints about these cameras. I know I have checked out the reviews on other YouTube videos on these, and there is ups and downs. Everyone has their own opinion about these cameras. But I can assure you, let me make sure I turn it on here. Or did I just turn it off? But they work great for me. No issues at all with these cameras. They're pretty simple. There are 8 AA batteries that go in this one as well. It runs on a 16 gigabyte SD card. It actually has cable lock holes on it, and also a belt that goes through it to go around the tree. So very good cameras. And I think this one has like a 75-foot range. And this other Wild Game Innovation camera and card work very well. And this camera has a 75-foot range. And I mean, it just really picks up really good as far as, you know, getting out there and catching even the smallest animals, such as, you know, rabbits and squirrels, and even some birds. This one right here has about I guess I want to say about a 60-foot range at night, and then in the daytime it's probably about a 200-foot range. Depending on the sensitivity that you set it on, this thing really gets out there. I love to set this one preferably on the edge of large food plots and fields, simply because of the range that it gets during the daytime hours. So a good camera to use. It's one that I love to use. This is my go-to for sure, to put in a lot of areas. I have had some cameras stolen from me in the past, so I know some of my cameras you'll see writing on them. Of course, you'll see, you know, I'll put my phone number on these cameras. I will write little messages with a black Sharpie on the inside panel that says, "Please do not steal." You know, I even give them my name and number, and hopefully, you know, conscience will work on them and get the best of them, and they won't steal my cameras. But then again, if you know, if I mistakenly put a trail camera where I shouldn't, and a landowner finds it, at least they'll give me a call and say, "Hey, I found your camera on my property, and I don't appreciate you putting it there, and I'd like to talk to you more about it." And then I can explain to them, you know, my situation, that I didn't, you know, you never know what'll happen. You think you may know where your property lines are, and then one day you set a camera out and it's gone, and then come to find out you actually were just a few feet off, you know, your property or whatever. You know, everything changes from year to year with land leases, so it's always good to, you know, be able to leave a little information about yourself on your camera, and hopefully, you know, if anything ever happens, that somebody will give you a call. But anyway, I don't want to go down a rabbit trail too much about that. But these are just 3 of my trail cameras that I use out in the field. Now, I wanted to tell you, I put trail cameras out right before the season comes in. I don't generally put them out all year long, unless I just want to see if there's a deer that I was interested in, during hunting season that I did not see, and I want to see if he shows back up after the pressure lets off. I will do that. Also, I will put a camera out after deer season just to keep an eye on game trails and what the turkey herd is doing. Just to find out if the turkeys are still in the area. I'll keep cameras up and monitor turkeys that way. I put cameras out right before deer season comes in to kind of see what's coming in the area that I'm going to be hunting in. And also I will sometimes move the cameras around a pretty good bit right before the rut and during the pre-rut. I will move them around. Generally, before the rut really gets in, I will not touch cameras, or either I will take them out of the woods completely, just because I move around so much in different areas and there's so many bucks, coming onto the property that I haven't got pictures of all year, generally because those bucks are new to the area, or they're just nocturnal, really. And that's why we don't see them on camera a lot of times. And then, you always hear the story, well, I'm getting pictures of 4 or 5 different bucks I haven't seen on my camera at all at the beginning of season, even before the season. And we're like, well, that's because these are new deer coming from a long ways away, and they're just traveling through. And I've seen it a number of times, and I'm guilty of it myself, setting a camera up and getting 4 or 5 days in a row of 3 or 4 shooter bucks. And then you get your hopes up and you start hunting that area religiously, and you don't do nothing but end up bringing in your scent, and you monkey around in that area, and whatever deer were in there are onto you, and you've put pressure onto them and they've left the area. It's kind of like I anticipate going hunting for a certain deer only because I've got the pictures, and I think you'll be more consistent if you just go and use simple strategies when it comes to killing deer in the area that you wish to hunt. Well, anyway, guys, I hope y'all like this little video. Wasn't much to it. This is just something I wanted to share with you guys. A little bit about what kind of cameras I use to kind of get an idea of what wild game is in the area that I'm going to be hunting. And also, I'm definitely going to give him a more formal shout out here real soon. But I'm going to go ahead and mention this young man and his YouTube channel. He's a pretty cool guy. If y'all haven't checked out Outdoors with Kellen, K-E-L-L-E-N, Outdoors with Kellen, go ahead and check his channel out, guys. He's just started out. He's a young Alabama boy that loves the outdoors, and seems like to me he loves the Lord too. Looks like he's got a family that's brought him up right, family and outdoors and God. So give him a look up there, and drop a comment, give him a thumbs up, and if y'all have the opportunity, go ahead and subscribe to his channel. I did tell Mr. Outdoors with Kellen that I was going to give him a shout out, but I'm going to give him a more formal shout out real soon. But I just wanted to kind of mention it to y'all this afternoon on this video. So anyway, I appreciate y'all tuning in with Outdoors with Tim here in the gun room again, and I hope y'all enjoyed the video of just some of the cameras that I use while I am pursuing game animals on the land that I hunt on. These are some of the items that I use. God bless y'all, and thanks for tuning in. Outdoors with Tim.